Ultraman Z! Hold on, let me do this again. Ultraman Z starting now. Down, 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 Ultraman Z episodes 9 through 12. Okay. Sorry, like I needed to get that out of my system. We haven't done that in the last 2 episodes, and I was dying to do that. Because it was like the joke's right there. Like it's like I was like kicking myself about it, like, oh, Kabuto, like why are you not doing that? Like the joke is right there. Yeah. Welcome to the Writer Time podcast, and yes, we're doing Ultraman Z, and we're finishing the first arc because when it comes to the Neo, Heisei, and and the Reiwa era, basically all seasons of Ultraman are more or less 25 episodes, and they basically have 2 arcs split by clip show episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, clip show.
Oh, clip show is my favorite.
Clip shows. Well, lucky for you, we don't have to worry about clip shows until Monday.
Yeah.
Unlucky for you, Monday's nigh.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. So yes, we did move this week's episode to Friday, so I hope everyone's having a happy Friday. Are you excited? Because this weekend has a lot, and I do mean a lot, of conventions happening in a very short amount of time. In LA Convention Center, you got the Video Game Expo. In Anaheim Convention Center, you got NostalgiaCon. And of course, in Pasadena Convention Center, you got Robo Toy Fest. Thankfully, when it comes to Robo Toy Fest, it's only there on Sunday, so you can still check out the other 2 conventions on Friday and Saturday. And it just so happens that Scott has announced a special deal where if you attended NostalgiaCon or Video Game Expo, you will save your attendee badge and bring it over to Robo Toy Fest to get a discounted rate for your for Robo Toy Fest. So yeah, more bang for your buckaroo.
That's great.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what's going on at Video Game what's it called, at Video Game Expo, but I know that NostalgiaCon, you got Drake and Josh, a decent number of Power Rangers. I think you got Jason Font, Blake Foster. There was one more Ranger. I can't remember who it was. But you also have Ryoto Zawa.
Captain Marvelous.
Yep, Ryoto Zawa. Like he's really making the rounds here in America, and I respect that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, unfortunately, Anaheim is a little too far for me, but I would have loved to say hi to him if I had the chance to. It's always nice to meet him. It's nice to be remembered and acknowledged by the captain himself. Captain. Hold on, give me 1 second. Captain.
Yeah, Captain Marvelous was actually my first cosplay ever. And I also, years later in Morphicon 2022, I showed it to him and he liked it.
Yeah, funny enough, Captain Marvelous is what Steve was cosplaying as when he and I formally met. Because apparently we were in the same photograph 5 months prior to that.
Yeah.
3 months prior. It's crazy. It's like being Eiji Hino in real life. Like you know how like Eiji shows up in random people's photographs? That's literally me. And that's not ending anytime soon because because when you look at this photo of Mike Chad and Eric Betts, by the way, two fantastic WMAC masters. If you look really closely, yeah, that's me right there, right behind Mike Chad. Yeah, it happened again. Yeah. Yeah, it happened to Hunter. It happened to Tracy. Basically, for the last 15 years, I keep showing up in other people's photographs, intentionally or otherwise. But it is what it is. Who knows? Maybe when you're taking a photo at a convention, maybe I will show up in your photo.
It's funny that you mentioned that because my friend Riley, you met him at Morphicon.
Yeah.
He showed me that me and him managed to make it into the background of Masahiro Inoue's Power Morphicon video.
Huh. Yeah. That is pretty funny. Yeah. I also appeared in a video that Kevin the director made in 2018.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Ironically, it was a clip of a battling. Yeah. Yeah. And here we are, Lightspeed Rescue and SPD.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, we're here to speaking of patrolling space. Let's talk about Ultraman Z. Basically, these entire 4 episodes could basically be one giant arc involving King Joe.
Pretty much.
Yeah, and I'm so happy I actually remembered. Oh yeah, King Joe, that one robot that could split into a bunch of pieces.
Yeah, from Ultra 7.
Yeah, I actually recognize him from X.
Yeah. Yeah, Tsuburaya likes to really show off their nostalgia. But here's the thing. I'll at least give them credit for having nostalgia for a whole variety of Ultraman seasons, rather than just the original, like what Hasbro is doing with Mighty Morphin.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest with you. That Reignited looks very normal. I don't really see how it looks any different. Honestly, if you remove the comic book effects in the 2010 reversion, the 2010 reversion is the best looking one in terms of graphics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. That 2010 reversion, man.
Yeah. It was painful to sit through.
Indeed.
But the definition was definitely better than 1993. I will acknowledge that. If only it wasn't for the issue of just the random comic book effects.
Yeah.
But with that in mind, how is your 2025 brilliant AI technology doing a worse job than 2010?
Ain't that amazing?
It depends on your definition of amazing.
I mean, amazing and not in a good way.
Yeah, I figured that was the one you're going for. I was just being facetious. As you can see, I'm a manager at a Wendy's.
Yeah, just
it's the dinosaur DNA. That's a real drawback.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, with Mighty Morphin Reignition, as I've said before, I'm so sick and tired of how overmilked Mighty Morphin gets. But at the same time, I want this line to succeed. But at the same time, I don't have any real interest or drive or motivation I don't have really any motivation to buy this merchandise because I've got enough Mighty Morphin as it is. It's like, please do other seasons.
Yeah. Plus, the flip morphs aren't really the best. I'm gonna be honest. What's a singular toy in this line that I actually think looks really good?
What?
The motorcycle one. Where where like you put that harness onto the Red Ranger and he does like a rider kick.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
That is the best part. I'm not saying something considering usually I hate the motorcycle toys for obvious reasons. Yeah. But, with that in mind, yeah. Although I will say this, what's really interesting is that the armor plating that they use for it low-key kind of looks like King Oger armor.
I guess.
Like a little bit. Yeah. But yeah, so we flash back to the first episode when Zed destroyed that one kaiju and it caused all the metals to like scatter off into the wind like they're freaking rave stones. Okay, y'all know what's coming.
All right, well, I'm not a huge fan personally of the whole 3 weeks earlier teaser thing. I feel like, we should start our stories where they begin, not start them where they get interested.
Get out.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, like they could have easily mentioned that, oh yeah, there's a bunch of guys in hazmat suits, one of them with suspiciously red eyes and Lululemon pants, trying to obtain all the shadow stones because he with the slugger must next become the master seeking out the rave with the carrot nose ultra. Okay, I admit it. I like Rave Master. A lot of people might not remember it, but Rave Master was cool. It was definitely cooler than Fairy Tail. Fight me on that.
Hey, well, let me ask this. Does Rave Master at least have character development?
Yes! Yes, it does!
So there you go. It's got something over Fairy Tail.
Yeah. Like, honestly, in Fairy Tail, I feel like the only character that had development was Leo. Literally just Leo. Like how like what's her face has those celestial keys to summon various constellations, including Blue for some reason. Yeah, Leo got character development. And that's it. I watched this one movie where they go to a place that vaguely looks like Agrabah, and I don't know how far into the series this is because I only watched the first 48 episodes, but all four main characters seem no different in that movie than they did by the 48th episode of the show. So yeah, and I'm guessing it's not even the first movie or the second movie.
I don't know. I mean, I've only seen a little bit of it, but I know that there's a severe lack of character development.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest with you. Skip Fairy Tail, go straight to Eden Zero.
Yeah.
Because at least that's a little bit more similar to Rave Master, but in space!
So I've heard.
Yeah. And yeah, for some reason, Plu is not a good guy in that series. He's not a villain, but he's not like one of the heroes. So yeah, that's a bummer. Plu was the best part. Plu was the carrot nose that was holding all three shows together. But yeah, no. So yeah, we find out, oh yeah, there's like these ultra metals. We got to transport them because some dude tried to open the briefcase and then it caused King Joe to attack. Basically, it's like the flashback of when Pegasus found the Egyptian god cards and then he painted them and somehow the paintings got everyone mad. It's like even
the painting, it depends on what version you're watching, because in the Japanese version, it kills them.
Yeah, I mean, either way, the gods got pissed.
Yeah. Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah,
the Egyptian gods got pissed, and then there's a cutout scene to where one of the guys gets pushed out of a window and falls to his death.
Even Chad from accounting, especially Chad from accounting.
Yes, that's the scene. That is the scene. When I first watched it in Japanese years ago, it's like, oh, that's where that's from.
Oh, jeez. Oh, dude, I just remembered the joke I was going to make yesterday for Gojuger.
What?
It was an Evangelion reference. Yeah, human instrumentality. You know, the part with all those crosses like scattering across the entire planet? Yeah, that's the joke I wanted to make, but sadly that joke ship sailed without me on it. But yeah, so we gotta fight King Joe and make a distraction. Can Wyndham save the day? Of course not. It's Wyndham. We want to root for Wyndham, but we know he's not gonna make it. Like he's basically the Earth Garon of the series.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like at this point, it's like, why not just turn into Ultraman by this point? Also, it's not very clear. It's like, does everyone know by now that he is Ultraman? Because it's like everyone seems to trust Ultraman enough to like throw medals at him.
Yeah, I don't think they know that Haruki is that.
Yeah, because I know that at least Dr. Gorman had the idea that Daichi was X. He didn't have any confirmation, but like he was like cooking.
Yeah.
And yes, we have the obligatory cross the tunnel scene because we always have to cross the tunnel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And of course, King Joe demonstrates his ability to split into pieces like he's freaking Buggy the Clown. Yes, but King Joe ain't clowning around because he has them surrounded on all sides. And in 6 minutes, yes, we don't all have a war that ends in 6 minutes. That's a Sohan reference.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, so yeah, the sky grows dark because of course, like he's going after the plasma frequency or something along those lines.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yes, crazy hazmat dude reveals himself as the crazy hazmat suit in front of Yoko, who now has to give chase.
Yeah, and it reveals that the metals inside are none other than Cosmos, Nexus, and Mabius.
Which is really odd because you think it would be Cosmos, Nexus, and Max, or
exactly.
Nexus,
I was going to
Nexus,
say that.
Max, and Mabius. It's like you got 2 consecutive ones and then one that skips over. Don't get me wrong. As I've mentioned before, I'm happy that we got Nexus and Mabius together, but again, since you have Max sandwiched between them, why not?
I don't know. That's weird. I remember I paused it before they confirmed, who that was. So I'm like, oh, let's see. Cosmos, Nexus, and Mabius? Okay, we're skipping Max?
Yeah, I mean, I get it. You can only have 3, but it's like, it just feels weird. It's like, either swap out Mabius with Max or swap out Cosmos with Max, but like, one of 2 medals needs to be swapped out with Max.
Yeah.
But imagine having the full... Imagine Tsuburaya pulls a full chaotic evil. It's like, okay, I got you. Cosmos, Max, and Mabius.
Yeah, just ignores Nexus. Yeah, that series got canceled back in the day. It was too adult, so...
Yeah. Please hold on, Zed. But yeah, no, it's basically a Megazord battle. For real, because since King Joe could actually like split into individual Zords more or less.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And yeah, Zed is getting his butt kicked, but thankfully the impact causes the hazmat dude to like drop the case.
Yeah, so drops the case, gets the medals, and then he's generate thunder. Is that what?
It's like a thunder grenade or lightning grenade.
Yeah.
Basically, it's a grenade that uses
Yeah.
electricity. But first, he has to turn into Gamma Future.
Yes, my favorite form, and I'm being serious.
He's like high key. Out of the three forms he starts out with, yeah, like Gamma Future is definitely the best one. Not because it's got Tiga Gaia Tiga Dyna Gaia, but because it's just the best looking one. He doesn't look like a luchador or just a copy of Zero.
Yeah, well, the Tiga Dyna Gaia thing is part of it for me, but not the only reason at all.
Yeah, but honestly, for me, one of the best things about it is the whole illusion thing. I swear, the Luna Gaia memory is highly slept on.
Yeah. And plus, Gamma Future, it looks cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's got a great design.
Yeah. Yeah, no, like Gamma's Future is the best one. Like honestly, part of it kind of reminds me of Mega Man. Like you know the shadow type enemies like Model P or Sage Phantom, not Sage Phantom, but you know what I'm talking about. The Four Guardians Phantom. The one that dies in the first one and then comes back as a ghost in the third one. Yeah.
In which Mega Man game?
Zero.
I haven't played Zero, unfortunately.
No. You gotta play Zero. Like, it is the best Mega Man series of all time.
Yeah, I've mostly played, the EXE games.
EXE is my second favorite. But if you want to play like a proper traditional Mega Man game, like not a strategy, TCG, combat, real-time tactic game, but I mean like an actual action platformer Mega Man game, play through the Zero games.
All right.
Yeah, in fact, on the Switch, you could get a Legacy Collection that includes all four Zero games and both ZX games.
Nice.
Yes. I'm just still sad that they never made a third ZX. Because when you play the hard mode on the ZX Advent, here's a cliffhanger ending.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah. I really wanted there to be a third game. Maybe introduce Model E and Model C, which would be named after El Piso and Kraft, if anyone hasn't figured that one out. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, they use the Thunder Grenade. Sorry, Lightning Grenade.
Yeah, but there's also a cool scene to where they're like, we need to split ourselves into four. Yeah, we can do that. So he summons Tiga, Dyna, and Gaia, and then plus Zed, they all do their beam attacks, and that was cool.
It was cool. And they're in different colors. Hence the Mega Man reference.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, man, it was so fun to watch. But unfortunately for storage, the medals were confiscated by Ultraman. Of course, the captain's not too worried. Wink.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Meanwhile, the parts for King Joe have been salvaged, maybe to build a third mecha. Who knows? But King Joe did mention something about a space treasure. I wonder why. And of course, in the wreckage, a hand pops out. Surely this is nothing of consequence.
No, surely.
Yeah, surely. And yes, the palm of the hand has like a little spiral on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. On to the next one. Ultraman Z! Today on Ultraman Z. But yeah, so basically, after the salvage mission, we find out that in the wreckage there was what is basically a moth-looking dude who's invisible to most people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and he's using other people's unconscious bodies for biometric purposes.
Yeah, because he lacks, in his words, he lacks the vocal cords to speak to lowly creatures.
Lowly creatures. Yeah, well, if we're so lowly, how come you don't have the vocal cords to speak to us? A. You know, it's like Shatterstar from Deadpool 2. It's like, oh yeah, I'm from the planet Mojo. I'm like way better than humans in like every single freaking way. And yet he fails to like land a parachute. But you know who doesn't? Pete. Pete, the human, not even a mutant, a normal, powerless human, successfully landed his parachute with a weather warning. Take that, Shatterstar, you jerk face. Yeah, Mojo. Freaking Planet Mojo. Honestly, believe it or not, my very first episode of X-Men animated series involved Jubilee ending up on Planet Mojo.
Oh, I see.
And typical of my 3 or 4-year-old self, I assume Wolverine was just yet another variant of Batman. Because as you know, if they have a cowl, they're definitely Batman. Oh wow, Batman's got claws, and for some reason, green and yellow spandex. But hey, you know, I will use these adamantium claws for justice. You won't escape from me, Joker, because I now have healing factor. Yeah, no. You know who else is in the Batman squad? Space Ghost.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and Birdman.
Yep. You know, it's funny you mentioned Space Ghost because there actually was an episode of Space Ghost Coast to Coast to where he talks about Ultra 7.
Oh, man, I gotta watch that episode. I do know that there was one where he interviews Tommy Wiseau. And yeah, it's like hello, Tommy Wiseau. Oh, hi there. It's good to be on Space Ghost. It's really fun, huh? Yeah. And yes, watching the Adult Swim censored version of The Room is more fun than watching the actual The Room. Because just like the way they censor certain scenes is just hilarious.
I see.
It's like, imagine like this tiny little rectangle. This tiny little rectangle that I'm outlining on my camera. That's the only part that's not censored. Oh, man. Spiral Staircase. You are my rose, you are my rose, you are my rose. Okay, but for real though, let's hop to it. Yeah, so no, like he takes possession of Yoko, and of course it's like, hey, homegirl, you better give me the keys to King Joe, or else. But I'm best girl. Yes, you're best girl, but you better still give me the keys, or Yoko's gonna get it. But she has a lot to live for. She doesn't care for lipstick, or high-heeled shoes, or pearls, or dolphins. She just wants to meet a nice older gentleman and be married, because that's the power of friendship. Friendship means nothing to my race. Blasphemy!
Yeah, abridged Taya.
Yeah. Anyways, so of course, it's like they do the slow approach. It's like, oh, I'm gonna be honest. I actually really appreciate the camera work in this scene.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and of course, like they smashed the tablet that's keeping the security lock. It's like, and now you've outlived your usefulness. And who's there to save her? It's Juggler Juggless.
Well, Juggless Juggler.
Juggless Juggler. He's the juggliest. Nothing is jugglier.
He's the juggliest.
Giant Juggless! Giant Juggly friend!
Yep. He was so juggly that everyone died. The end.
Yeah.
It's called the Juggly Barnacle.
Yeah. Barnacles. But yeah. So basically they try to get into the garage. But of course, King Joe still has like a safety lock that old man Chief happens to have the keys for. He's like, oh yeah, without this, you're definitely not going to get inside.
Mm-hmm.
So then, he's got nothing better to do than to turn giant, where he starts throwing swords from out of nowhere and plants them into the ground. Into the ground.
Oh, there was also a short a ground fight with Ultraman Zero. No, not Zero.
Yeah.
Zet.
Yeah, there was a ground fight. Yes, it's so nice to see. But yeah, no, where do these swords just keep coming from? And then there's one spear in particular, and I'm like, wait a minute, that's from Geki Ranger. What are you doing with that?
Did Tsuburaya raid Toei's warehouse?
He probably did. He also probably went to Arlington. Because when Ultraman starts to fight him, it's like, we got swords for days. Swords for days. Swords for days. But of course, we're not using a sword. We're using my freaking, what's it called? Slugger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, eventually, the alien uses pocket sand.
See, I knew you'd figure out which weapon from King of the Hill he used.
I kind of figured it was going to be pocket sand. And when I watched this episode, when that scene came up, I'm like, knew it. It was pocket sand.
Yeah, see, you thought it was going to be propane, but no. Only storage gets the right propane accessories. Yeah. I'm not anti-pain. I am pro-pain. Yeah, it's like, why are you voiced by Hank Hill? Because I'm a dealer of strict and cold pain. Lanny Pator, ladies and gentlemen. And yes, even when Zed tries to bum rush him while his sword's it's like, whoosha! You are getting sleepy. You are getting sleepy. And it somehow works. Uzumaki. I knew this day would come. It's the attack of the snails. You thought it was the moth that was going to be your undoing, but it's actually Weather Report. 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, 21, 34, 55, 89, 144, 233, 377, 610, 987. See, I messed up right there. That's how stressed out I am. Oh, we also have material that could affect gravity. Guess what that material is going to be used for? That's right. We got another 3 metals.
Mm-hmm. Only this time it's Jack Zoffy and Father of Ultra.
What? Father? Yeah. I mean, Father is from Taro?
Close. He first showed up in Ace.
Ah, okay. See, I could have sworn it was Taro because that's when all 6 Ultramen team up or something like that.
You're not too far off. He first showed up in Ultraman Ace, but he's Taro's biological father.
All right. But Zoffy, I definitely know Zoffy. He's from the final episode of Ultraman Classic. That joke.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see, I'm glad we actually saw the original Ultraman because then I could like glow. It's like, yeah, I remember Zoffy. Yeah, Zoffy. That joke from the final episode of
it's kind of weird how he's portrayed in the final episode of the original Ultraman, whereas he's been shown a lot of compassion and care for the human race in later Ultraman series.
No doubt, thanks to Ultraman 66.
Probably.
Yeah, and it's like, well, this dude almost died for the humans. Maybe they ain't so bad.
Yeah.
Either way, I'm sure there's a simple explanation for that.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, they defeat the Moth dude. It's like my brothers will avenge me. It's like, oh, his brother's gonna avenge him. Please, I'll take on his brothers, whether there's 2 of them or 7 of them. It's like, well, actually, they reproduce in batches of 10,000, so you can expect 9,999 more brothers. Well, surely this will not come back to bite me. Verily, this episode is very similar to Ultraman Arc, where like certain plot points won't get resolved, and therefore we will surely never have to worry about having to deal with those 9,999 Moth folk.
We'll see.
I will say this though: I'm surprised that you said that you were gonna have space pirates in this season, but it's not the Baltons. It's like, come on, like my Bolton thing was primed for this. I need those Boltons. Like, I need to like gratify my Metroid passion.
You should see the video. There's a video on YouTube to where me and my G-Fest friends are doing a Bolton laugh parade. We're all doing the at G-Fest.
This is the end for you, Samus. Zabezians don't talk, but still. Yeah. But yeah, moving on to the next episode, because it's like, there's fairly nothing. Oh, wait, hold on. There's one more thing we'll have to bring up in episode 10. Yeah, Homegirl gets the clear footage of Jugless, and she's like, oh my god, he's so dashing and handsome. I want to dissect him.
Oh yeah, and Juggler's just like, he's weirded out by it.
It's like, you thought you're gonna get glazed, but turns out you'll be dissected. Yeah, like we all know, we all know how this is gonna play out.
Oh hell no! 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 Oh hell no!
Oh hell no!
Yeah. So on to the next episode, and of course, like, freaking our hero gets excited that King Joe's being modified to be our 3rd mecha, and frankly,
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you,
We don't care.
like, for real though, it's like we've seen what Wingdom can do. Like, surely King Joe is not going to be that much more helpful. Also, presumably, who's going to pilot it? We've come to the idea that Yoko will be like the standard pilot for Wingdom.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so like, also like, what really bothers me is that because Hiroki's like the main, is supposed to be the pilot of the first robot, the sad-looking one.
Sevenger.
Yes, Venger. Like, doesn't that mean he has to act like an incompetent pilot so he could conveniently leave the suit and then become Ultraman Z?
Maybe.
See, when there's only one robot, it's very easy to have an alibi. But when you have two robots, it's not quite as easy now, is it?
Yeah.
Now, with Earth Garon, it's trickier solely on the fact that you need two pilots.
Yeah.
Yes, there is a two. Wait, hold on. Let's see. 1/5 times 1/4. No, wait. 1/5 times 1/4 equals. Anyway, so basically there's like a 3/19 chance, I am probably getting my statistics wrong, that, yeah, sorry, 1 in 10 chance. Got it. There's 1 in 10 chance that you are going to have to be inside Earth Garon with one other person, and you can't turn into Blazar while they are present. You're going to have to hope that they're conveniently knocked out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So there's that. But yeah, no, we're making modifications to King Joe. Will it be helpful? But, you know, our main character, he's not going to be around to find out because he needs to go back to his hometown because it's the anniversary of his father's death. And of course, naturally, we do get a flashback of it.
All right, well, I'm not a huge fan personally of the whole 3 weeks earlier teaser thing. I feel like, we should start our stories where they begin, not start them where they get in.
That's technically not the case, but, I'm surprised they didn't go the Geo route of just like, not Geo, X route of just like showing his father dying in the first 2 minutes of the entire show.
Yeah. And I assume you mean Kamen Rider X.
No, I mean Ultraman X.
No, Ultraman X.
There you go.
Yeah, when you said Geo, I was thinking Kamen Rider.
You got you got reverse Ultra.
Yeah, I remember in X when his parents get absorbed into like that data field thing.
Yep. Yeah, but you're not wrong though. In X, his daddy does die, and then uploads his memories into an underwater lab, and then in episode 2, said underwater lab goes out for a pack of smokes. Yeah. But yeah, no. Here we go. So yeah, we're doing the preliminary test on King Joe before we can deploy it. Yoko goes out to deploy because Hiroki's not available, but it just so happens his hometown gets wrecked.
Yeah, by Red King.
By Red King of all things, and he's yellow this time.
I guess.
It's like, how does Red King change colors so many times? He's been green, white, literally red, but this time yellow. It's like all we need is a blue one, and then we have a whole Sentai of Red Kings.
Yeah, it's like that joke in Jojo. No, there is no owl blue. It's Aka blue.
Yeah. Yeah, Aka blue. Yeah. That's from one of the specials.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, no, like freaking, yeah. So, yeah, we got the Kamen Sentai Go Riders, and here it's like Kaiju Sentai Red Kinger.
Red Kinger.
Yeah, Red Kinger. Yeah, not to be confused with King Ogers. Red Kingers, because there are 5 Red Kings of different colors here to annihilate Japan with their Technicolor kaiju scales.
Yep.
Here we come, we are the kaiju force, here to wreck the cityscape and create devastation. No Ultraman can come and defeat us right now, because we are the ultimate kaiju Sentai. 1, destruction. 2, devastation. 3, ruin. 4, action. 5, get off. Ready to go. We will defeat any Ultraman who comes in our way. Okay, I'm done. I've had my fun. Okay. But yeah, no, Red King is and I'm guessing there's like 2 Red Kings, is my understanding. But yeah, he has yet another flashback.
All right, well, I'm not a huge fan personally of the whole 3 weeks earlier teaser thing. I feel like, we should start our stories where they begin, not start them where they get interested.
Get out.
What?
So basically, it's a Jonathan Kent thing going where like while everyone's running away from the kaiju, he's running towards it and meets his end. And of course, he's like, "Do not become Ultraman. I know you're not actually Ultraman, but do not become Ultraman in front of these people." Daddy, I don't know what that means. Oh, that's right. This is an Ultraman arc.
Yeah. I will say, I am very much enjoying Zed a lot more than Arc.
Same. I'll say this: in any case, one thing that an Ultraman series really needs is to have like a really good relationship between the main character and his Ultra counterpart.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's one of the better things about X. Like it's just the interactions between
Daichi.
Yeah, Daichi and X. Here you got Zed and Hiroki, but yeah, and you know what's interesting is that Blazar also had a good relationship, but Blazar can't talk. But the thing is, there is an understanding, and even though he can't speak the universal intergalactic language known as English, you could still you still understand how he's feeling. It's like Pokemon, where it's like, yeah, Pokemon don't understand English, but they can understand the hearts of their trainers.
Yeah. Okay, but what about Okay, but what about those Ultraman series to where the Ultraman creates their own host?
If you mean like Mabius, I haven't watched Mabius.
Yeah, 7, Leo, 80, Mabius.
I haven't seen those yet, remember?
Yeah.
I know. Sometimes you forget that the only Ultraman series I've watched were the original, Tiga, what's it called? The original Tiga, X, Rube, Zed, Blazar, and Arc.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I know. I just wanted to know what your opinion was of Ultras who create their own host.
I can't give you an opinion without watching those seasons.
Fair.
But in the ones where they have to have a symbiotic relationship, yeah, they need to have an actual relationship. Otherwise, and also for me, that was also the weak point of the original Ultraman, because it's not really clear how much of things is Ultraman and how much of it is Hayata. It's also the singular nitpick I have about Jared from Jungle Fury. It's like, where does Daishi end and Jared begins? Because imagine an ancient Chinese smoke monster saying, "Oh yeah, when I was a kid, my parents were never around, so my next door neighbors would let me ride on their horses until they had to sell their farm." Really? Ancient Chinese smoke monster from a puzzle box? You had neighbors that let you ride horses? You had kids who beat you up after school because you didn't use your karate training against them? You, Daishi, the smoke monster, you got beat up for not stealing the answers to a math test with all the other kids? This is where we're going with this. Daishi, the ancient Chinese smoke monster from a puzzle box. Ancient villains with modern day childhood problems. Yeah. It's something I never really brought up as much back in the day, and it's something I still did not bring up to Beat Skinner because, that would just be silly to talk about it. But, yeah, what's the deal with ancient Chinese smoke monsters and puzzle boxes having modern day childhood trauma of the 90s? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, what's it called? But yeah, so Modified Joe is fighting against Red King, and it's not going too hot.
No.
Yeah, no, it's not going too hot. And Zed is also trying to help out, and even like he's using his ultra Spacian nunchaku, and he's just wailed on, and then it immediately cuts to getting wailed on in a different way. It's like watching NXT, the kaiju edition. Yeah, Lucha Underground kaiju edition, All Elite Dynamite kaiju edition. Yeah, and of course, we find out that there's another King Joe. Red King.
King Joe. Yeah, too many kings.
Too many kings. Yes, King of Kings. Too many kaiju have the title of King. King of Kings. Ultraman has his hands full. Will King Joe will help him out, or will he fumble like Earth Garon? It's all right. It's all right. Ultraman said.
Yeah. So wait, since one of them was defending its egg, excuse me, does that mean one of them should be called Red Queen?
You see, I remember there was a debate about pride-related things involving chess, but I came up with the perfect solution for that. We go the Jeanne d'Arc / Mulan / Arya Stark route of, yes, one of these 8 pawns is secretly a woman disguised as a man, but you can't tell which one because they're all 8 of them are wearing the same bulky armor. And it's a Schrodinger type of situation where it's literally randomized. So when you get your pawn promoted to queen, it's basically saying that the one pawn that was female gets the other side, takes her helmet off, swishes her hair back and forth dramatically, whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. And then the king, who's now a widow, is like, that soldier was a woman the whole time? Well, she's very valiant, so I may as well marry her to replace my late wife. And so she gets promoted to queen. Something that did not happen in Mulan, but very well could have. Yes. And that reconciles the gender identity issue of chess, because that is apparently a thing.
I guess.
So, yeah. See? I'm solving your problems with less gymnastics. But yeah, no, the kaiju is protecting its egg. And then Hiroki's feeling like, oh my god, am I the baddie?
Yeah, he basically starts having this existential crisis.
Yes, we every season, starting with, I would assume Ginga. Haven't seen all of Ginga, but I would assume starting with Ginga, there's always an obligatory episode where the human host has an existential crisis that causes the link between them and their ultra to lose its synchronicity.
Yeah, I don't remember if that happens in Ginga or not. I've only been through Ginga and Ginga S once.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely happened in X.
Yeah.
And it definitely happened in Blazar and in Arc.
Yeah.
Yeah, so of course, Modified King Joe uses the plasma beam, but of course, Hiroki like uses his mirror move in order to move the blast away, and allowing Red King to like walk away. But King Joe also starts to like malfunction.
Yeah, well, it overheats.
Yeah. Yeah. And that basically is the end of our episode.
All righty, moving on.
Yep. All right, moving right along. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And Hiroki does have like a last chat with his mom before,
Yeah.
before moving back. But yeah, moving right along, our final episode of the night. Weirdly enough, it starts off with us already in the middle of a fight with another kaiju.
Yeah, and it's a modified monster from Rube. Except it's called Grigio Raiden.
Yep, Grigio, I remember you. You're literally the third member of the three siblings.
Yes. Yeah, but before that there was Grigio Bone.
Yeah. Grigio Bone. the lacron in bone. You guys have a beautiful language. English. You made a friend, Little Green? I'll call you Big Green.
Oh yeah, reference to the Big Green dub.
Yeah.
But you know what's the best Dragon Ball Z dub? The Malaysian English dub.
I would have to say the best English dub is the Team 4-Star English dub.
Yeah, if you want to see something that's the thing is that with Team 4-Star, it's intentionally funny. With the Malaysian English dub, aka the Speedy dub, it's unintentionally funny.
You know what's hilarious is the Indian English dub. If you've ever seen Fusion Reborn with the Indian English dub, it's like everyone literally sounds like Apu Nahasa Pina Petalon.
Interesting.
Yes, and because I've had multiple Indian coworkers that allow me to learn not one but 3 different Indian accents, that means there is nothing wrong with me saying the following. Vegeta, we must work together in order to defeat this enemy. We have to do the fusion dance in order to summon Gogeta. Yeah. But yeah, no. I prefer the Delhi accent. Just saying. But yeah, so we're in the middle of the fight scene. And of course, all our robots overheat. And Hiroki in particular, his brain melts because he's still hung up on the whole, almost killing Red King thing.
Well, he did kill the father, I presume.
Yeah. Yeah. But, kaiju should not be fighting. Not like this. But some kaiju cannot be reasoned with. Yeah. Yeah. So we try to use the phantasmical aura powers. But yeah, no, it's like the flashes to the egg still haunt him. So naturally, the kaiju manages to escape while using its plasma beam.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But thankfully, though it did burrow underground, Homegirl did manage to snatch a skin cell of it.
Yeah, and everybody's just like covering their nose because of how bad it smells.
Reminds me of a certain kaiju from Tiga. You know the one. The one.
Yes, the one that smelled like a bad carcass and it grossed out both my ex-girlfriends.
Yep. Yep. But yeah, like thankfully they did set up a laboratory where Raiden was being held because it crash landed on Earth 10 years ago and it was hibernating, but it recently woke up. Geez, maybe this is the kind of thing you need to disclose to your staff so that they know what they're dealing with.
Yeah.
But no, we can't have nice things inside a top secret government-funded laboratory, can we? Yeah. So, yeah, Hiroki, he discloses his trauma with Yoko. She's like, listen, not all kaiju can be reasoned with. Some of them are just straight-up monsters who will destroy humanity, and if we have to kill them in order to protect humanity, that is a burden I must bear. That is my golden fruit. Yes, God did move. Whoa. Don't say no. Just
live more.
Scared. Don't say no. Just call on Zed. It's not a game. Call my name. It's not a game. Call my name. Ultraman Zed. Ultraman Zed.
Zed Arms.
Wait. Alpha Arms. Ace. Kata. Beta Arms. Burning Smash. Gamma Arms. Fantastic. Aura. Yeah. But yeah, no, it's the thing reawakens. And yes, Hiroki is trying to train his butt off. He's on a decline bench. I'm like, look at you using a decline bench. Now give me 50. I want your abdomen to cry so hard that you won't be able to walk straight for weeks. Now, seriously though, if you actually do a lot of workouts for your abdominal rectuses, your hips are gonna hurt like a mother. Yeah, it's actually kind of interesting how pain receptors work. Yeah, basically your brain is told you feel pain in one place, so it doesn't recognize the trauma somewhere else. Because recognizing the trauma makes it worse. That's why sometimes when you sneeze really hard, the pain is in your arm instead of your chest. But yeah, no, the freaking Grigio reawakens. So of course, we're going to have to try to use Custom Joe in order to fight it.
Custom Joe.
Yeah, but you know what's cool about Custom Joe? He's a Megazord.
Yeah, he's a Sentai mecha.
Yes. Dude, whoa, King Joe. Whoa, Wingdom. We must defeat the Grigio in order to protect the Earth.
Kind of surprised you didn't go with Bokenger.
Yeah, but you would need like a 5-piece mecha for that.
True. Yeah, it's called 5 Robo, but it's made of 3 pieces.
Yes. Isn't that odd? Yes. And of course, the 3 individual Zords are named Alpha, Beta, and Gamma.
Yep. Yeah, long before Zet did that.
Yeah. See, like, I am unconsciously being more clever than I really am. My unintentional cleverness surprises even my conscious self. Glaze. But yeah, no, it's like, no, you got the 3 individual mecha. One, one's a train and one's like a turret and whatnot, and then the 3 of them combine into a carrier.
Yeah, it's got a tank mode.
Yeah, man, it's like King Joe Megazord transformation has been initiated. King Joe activated. We need King Joe power now. Okay, I'm done. And by done, I mean I'm still probably gonna have like one or two more covers left in this episode. But yeah, no, she uses the plasma cannon, like a whole barrage against this dude's plasma cannon. Of course, it goes just about as well as Gohan versus Cell. So now it's Haruki's turn to use Wingdom, and I'm like, you seriously gonna use Wingdom for this? But hey,
I guess so.
Power cables. Yeah, but have you not watched Empire Strikes Back? Oh snap! I did not watch Empire Strikes Back. Yeah, so naturally, Grigio manages to break out of the cables. Yeah, both mecha defeated. What are the odds? What a surprise! Was it ever a surprise? So yeah, finally, Hiroki turns into Ultraman Z Alpha mode, and
Alpha Edge.
Yeah, Alpha Edge. See, I was gonna say Razor because I know it involves some kind of blade. Of course, like he's still conflicted, so of course he's gonna turn back into base Z.
Yeah, he's like still having an existential crisis, and then he powers down.
Blasted.
Yeah, he powers down to Zed's default form.
Yeah, and then he gets blasted. Yeah, I can't move. And then Yoko's like, I said somehow being in trouble. I have to use the power of friendship in order to save him. Friendship plasma cannon, go!
Friendship is magic.
Yeah, friendship, please. But yeah, no, like she freaking flies up in the air and then uses her full salvo in order to destroy the monster. And it's like, good for her.
Yeah.
Good for her. But Hiroki's still outraged that, he just can't finish the job. Will our hero be able to overcome his trauma? Will Shinji be able to get inside the mirror? If he fights, will he survive? And what is going on with those moth people? Find out next time on Ultraman Z.
Dun 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 dun.
Yeah. Okay. So that's literally the episode, and that's the end. That's the end of our arc.
Yes,
okay.
But not Ultraman arc.
Thankfully, we're already done for the most part with Ultraman arc.
Yeah.
The movie's out, but I'm not looking forward to reviewing it.
Really?
Not looking forward to it. Yeah, because, well, when you watch the movie, you'll understand why.
I see.
Yeah. I'm not going to say more. Just buy more. Don't say no. Time for us to go. But yeah, no, it's, this batch of episodes, I like how they're cohesive to one another. It's like, but it does feel weird how, like, in the first and last episode of this batch, it's like it literally starts off with just we're fighting a random kaiju.
Yeah, I guess
we're literally in the middle of a fight. It's like one of those weird things in two of the episodes of Power Rangers Time Force, where in two consecutive episodes, it starts off with the Rangers already defeating an obligatory monster of the week from a Sentai episode that they are not adapting.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, we'll just use Gamma Formation and just get rid of the monster just so that, like, oh, we're starting with an action scene. Don't even know why they even did that.
Burn through Sentai footage, I guess.
I mean, I guess, but still. I mean, I feel like one of them might be more necessary than the other because with that one in particular, it's literally the first monster we do get to see frozen in the entire series. You know, that one with the red trench coat and the green mohawk?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like, well, at least we have some conclusion with that guy in particular, but why? But all in all, I have to give these episodes an 8, a 9, and then 2 8s.
Yeah, I give the 9.5 and then 9 for the rest of them.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on the arc as a whole, like the entire 12 episode arc?
It's good. Like, you know, Ultraman Z has been enjoyable. It's certainly better than Arc. Certainly better than Taiga. I
haven't seen Taiga.
I know. I'm not going to spoil anything. I'm just saying I did not really care for Taiga that much.
Ooh. Note to self: don't do Ultra Q and Taiga back to back. Can you imagine if the next season of Kamen Rider we do is Ghost?
Oh gosh, God help you.
Or Hibiki.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Part of me hopes it's going to be Amazon's just because it's short.
Yeah.
24 episodes. We could knock it out in 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, you know, I'm enjoying Zed. It's got cool aesthetics, it's got a pretty good story, it's got likable characters. You know, Jugglers being a troll as usual.
Oh yeah. Honestly, I'm really enjoying Juggless Juggler. For the I do like that the cast here is much smaller than a lot of the other seasons we've seen. So we're able to actually enjoy the characters. Yeah, no, like one of the biggest issues with X was the fact that the cast just felt way too big. Don't get me wrong, I liked some of the main characters. It's just that there were too many characters. Like those 2 dude bros, I didn't care for either of them. The captain, I didn't care for him. He missed his daughter's wedding.
Yeah.
I'm still not getting over that. Yeah. And you know what? While I agree golf is boring, we absolutely should bring back the 70s.
Oh gosh. Oh yeah, the 4 kids dub of Tigo. My
Yeah. That line is in my head rent free for the rest of my life.
For better or worse.
Definitely for better. But yeah. Yeah, I would give this arc a 9 so far. It's really good. A few things do feel a little bit rushed, but given the fact that the season is relatively short, it's like I totally get why.
Yeah, I'd say I'd also give it a 9 so far.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, certainly compared to Megaforce, this is definitely better pacing.
Oh gosh.
It's like, oh, you just unlocked the Sieg brothers. Next episode, oh, you just unlocked the Landic brothers. Oh, you just unlocked the Sky brothers. Hey, there's a lion-headed dude who showed up. Maybe you might want to look into that. Like, well, why should we look into Robo-Knight? Oh, well, there's a simple explanation for that. But if you don't mind me, I need a moment to watch the Almighty Johnsons on Tubi TV. Yeah, that's it for us, guys. Let's go to the comments to let us know what you guys thought about the episodes. Let's see. Greetings. Hello, Samurai Spirits.
Hello.
How you doing? Happy Friday, says Triple Oaks. Happy Fridays. Yama Future is my favorite too. Yay.
Indeed.
We're all in agreement. Savenger and the updated King Joe were great additions to the entry in Ultraman series. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I do like that they did update King Joe. The only downside is I doubt we're gonna see this version of King Joe ever again. Because Bandai.
Yeah, but Savenger was pretty popular when Ultraman Z was airing.
That's cool.
He even got his own spinoff.
But Wingdom, not so much.
Well, Wyndham has been there since Ultra 7, and Wyndham was also in Ultraman Mabius. So the first time we saw Savenger was in Ultraman Leo. So,
alrighty. Well, in any case, but yeah, no, it's cool that they updated King Joe so that now you have to buy him on Bandai Premium. If they ever do another heroic King Joe, I'm pretty sure they're going to give him modifications that are different from this one, just to justify Bandai Premium to release a completely new toy. It's going to be great. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. If you enjoy, please be sure to comment, like, and subscribe to us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Ding the bell icon to stay notified for these videos and share our videos because it helps out the algorithm. We only need 80 more subscribers on YouTube to reach 3,000, and we will do a video for our 3,000 milestone. We do Ultraman Z on Mondays, Kamen Rider Gov on Wednesdays, number 1 Sentai Go Juger. It's my ring finger, don't worry.
Yeah, first I thought you were flipping us all.
Yeah. No, I accidentally put on my ring finger, and I'm like, oh geez, I didn't have enough time to there we go. The number 1 Sentai Go Juger. And on Sundays, we got Kamen Rider Classic. This week, however, we will be moving the Kamen Rider Classic review for Saturday at 6 p.m. Pacific because Sunday is Robo Toy Fest. Yeah. But what's really great is that we are actually finishing off the 3rd and penultimate arc of classic Kamen Rider, which will leave us with 2 movies and 19 episodes to go after the convention's over. Yeah, and yes, if you want to say hi to us in person, we will be at Robo Toy Fest this Sunday, June 8th at the Burbank Marriott, and G-Fest on July
11th through the 13th at the Hyatt in Rosemont, Illinois, Chicago.
Awesome. And of course, in between, be sure to also check out one of our loyal sponsors, Ranger Stop and Pop, which will have its final convention on the 13th to the 15th which is basically next week, in Atlanta, Georgia, at the Omni Hotel. It will feature all six Mystic Force Rangers. But definitely come and check out Robo Toy Fest because it will have all 3 VR Troopers. That's right, Brad Hawkins, Mike Hollander, and Sarah Joy Brown, the queen of daytime soap opera herself. And of course, we're gonna have a partial cast reunion of Power Rangers SPD for their 20th anniversary. Both of them will have a reunion panel. And of course, happening simultaneously will be LA Video Game Expo and NostalgiaCon at the LA Convention Center and Anaheim Convention Center, respectively. And do remember that if you did get a badge for Monday or Saturday, if you got a badge for Friday or Saturday at either of those 2 conventions, you bring them to Robo Toy Fest for a discounted admission. I will not be attending either of those 2 conventions because both of them are a little too far for me, but best of luck to everyone enjoying them. I know, and again, Anaheim NostalgiaCon will feature Ryoto Ozawa plus Blake Foster and Jason Font and one more Ranger. I can't remember which one. But yes, plenty of Power Ranger action for the entire weekend and next weekend. It's going to be great. You're going to love it. We hope to see you there. But also check out our sister channel, The Buttery Show, where we do various movie reviews and TV show discussions. We just uploaded all of the shorts for Gundam G-Clocks, and they're also uploaded onto our Instagram, so check that out as well. We discussed the movie Sinners. We're going to discuss the all 6 Karate Kid movies in the month of June, as well as all 5 John Wick movies in the month of July. So we got back-to-back monthly content for you guys. We love y'all. And also come to our Buttery Show YouTube channel, because we just uploaded our discussion, our interview with Sean Kanan from Karate Kid 3 and Cobra Kai. That's right, the Cobra Kai bad boy himself. And let me tell you, this interview was very spicy. So don't miss a single drop of it. And if you want to check out our personal content, where can the people find you?
You can find me at youtube.com, Axel Ranger.
And you can find me on Instagram at Boken_Kabuto and on Twitch at twitch.tv/BokenKabuto. Thank you, everyone, so much for watching. Please be sure to stay safe, stay hydrated, update your emergency kits, hug your loved ones, and enjoy 2 consecutive weeks. Technically 4 consecutive weeks if you've been to several other conventions last week and Pasadena Comic-Con the week before. A lot of conventions going on in such a short amount of time. There's so much convention action. We can't handle it. But your best chance is with us. We love you guys. We'll see you all next time. Goodbye.